everyone, welcome. My name is Kat. Today I'm doing a stretching sequence using a yoga block. If you do not have one of these, that's okay. You can use a book or you can even do it without. It's just going to be a little bit of a different stretch for you. So let's get started. On our mats, you're going to place your block down onto the floor and then come laying down with your shoulder blades resting on top of it. Your hands will be supporting your head. You're going to keep your neck supported this way, keep your elbows wide. We're going to move into a few pelvic tilts here. Inhaling to prepare and exhaling, you're going to tuck your tailbone, press your lower back down, and then inhale, release. And again, exhale, tuck. And release. Now the edge of your block should be at the very tip of your shoulder blades. If you need to adjust so that it's comfortable for you, please do that. And release. A few more times. Tuck. And release. One more time. Tuck. And release. Carefully take your hands off. You're going to reach for the backs of your legs. And pull yourselves up. Take the block, place it between your inner thighs, not at the knees, inner thighs. So we're using the fleshy part to squeeze the block. You're going to have your hands behind your thighs, lengthen up here. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tailbone. You're going to round down so that your arms come straight. You're going to stay here, and I really want you to feel like your back is pushing, your shoulder blades are winding. Inhale, stay, and then exhale. Use your arms to pull yourselves up, coming to upright position. And again, exhale, tuck the tailbone, round down. Inhale, stay. Bend those elbows, pull yourselves up. 2 more times. Exhale. And up. Lengthen up. Last one. Tuck. And come all the way up. Release your arms, come all the way down. Block can come off to the side here. You're going to place your left foot crossed just above your right knee. That foot will be flexed. Push your inner thigh away from you. You're going to drop your legs towards the right so that your left foot comes flat onto the floor. We're going to hold it here. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can use your right hand to pull the leg closer towards you. But we're just starting these exercises, so don't go too far. Just releasing it nice and slow, holding it here. If you feel like you need more of a stretch, you can use your right hand to gently push your inner left thigh away from you. But again, we're still early into the stretches here, so don't go too deep. Don't push too much through it. Now engage your core. Come back through center, take your left foot down, cross the right foot on top, just above the right knee rather, flexing the foot to protect that right knee, and then allow the legs to go towards the left side. Again, you adjust where the placement of your right foot is, but keep using your thigh muscles to push the thigh away from your chest. You don't want it to come in. And we're going to hold it here. Pull your belly button in, engage the core, take your legs back to center, and uncross your legs. You're going to reach your left leg out in front of you, straight onto the floor. Keep it parallel here so you can flex the foot. That's going to give you a good indication here. So your toes are pointing up, your knee is pointing up. You're not allowing the leg to fall out. You're going to reach your right leg, hands over your shin, and we're just going to pull the leg in and release. Every time you exhale, you pull the leg in towards your chest and release. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. take your leg to tabletop, knee is bent 90 degrees, arms up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades stay down. You're going to circle the leg going one way. You're not changing the angle of your knee, so it's the rotation's coming from the hip joint. Your left leg is steady, no movement onto the left side. 2 and 1, you're going to reverse the direction, circling the leg. Core is nice and tight here, so everything's steady. You're not going all over the place. It's just a rotation from the right hip. 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands now, place them behind your thigh. Flex the right foot. We're going to extend the leg up towards the ceiling. You're not pulling it in. You're just going up towards the ceiling like you want to stamp your foot onto the ceiling and then just let the leg fall. And again, reach it up, push, and fall. And again, we've got 8. I want you to go for that full extension and down. And 7. And 6. And 5. Pay attention to your left side. And 4. 3. 2. Last one, you're going to hold it here, point your foot. Again, arms come up, shoulder blades stay down, tiny circles. Like you're circling, you're drawing a circle onto the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, and reverse. 10, 9, 8, no movement into the left side, core strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your arms down, flex your right foot, take the leg all the way down. Reach your arms behind you, tuck your chin, roll up. You're going to fold over your legs and then roll it down. Keep the leg, right leg nice and straight. Pull your left leg in, hands on your shin. We pull and release. Pull as you exhale, release. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that leg to tabletop, arms up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades stay down. We circle from the hip. No movement into the right side. And you're going to reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your knee in towards your chest, hands behind your thigh. You flex the foot, reach the leg up, stamp your foot, and then let it go. And again, push up and down. You press your foot up against the ceiling, release. Press up, release. Press up, release, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one, keeping the leg up, point your foot, arms up, shoulder blades down, you circle. And you reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot. Arms can come down. Lower the leg down. Reach your arms behind you. Roll it up. Folding over your legs and roll it down. We're going to do 3 more roll-ups this way. Using the exhalation as you come up. And down. 2 more. And just 1 more. And coming back all the way down. Take your knees in towards your chest. You can rock side to side. And then come forward and back so that you can come up to kneeling. Take your block. You're going to place the block onto the floor. If it's too hard for you, you may need to put a towel on it or roll up your mat. You're gonna come kneeling with your right knee onto the block. Take your left leg out in front of you. From here, you wanna have that left knee to left ankle alignment. Your right hand can be flat on the floor. As can be your left or not. You can have your left hand on your thigh, that's fine. You're gonna keep the toes of the back leg here. You're gonna tuck your tailbone here. So press your right thigh down slightly. So you don't wanna stick out your butt. You wanna tuck your tailbone here. Tuck your tailbone forward so that you feel the opening in the hip flexor. We're gonna stay here. You choose where your hands are. Maybe both hands are on your thigh. Maybe both hands are down. Doesn't really matter, but keep the back foot tucked. From here, we're going to bend the knee with a flexed foot and then take it down. Again, we bend, keep tucking through your tailbone. You're gonna feel a nice stretch all the way through the front of your thigh. And bend and release. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're gonna keep the heel in towards your bum. You can stay here or you can reach for your foot with your opposite hand, with the left hand. We're gonna hold it here. And slowly release. Good, keeping the knee where it is. We're going to extend the front leg, push the hips back, flex your front foot, and then come back down. And again, push the hips back, the toes lift, you flex the foot, and down. And again, push back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take it front, keep that foot tucked, take both hands down onto the floor, pick up your back knee, take your left leg to meet it, hips up, come to downward dog. You're gonna bend the right knee, keep the left leg straight, and switch. And switch. One more time each side. And switch. Both legs straight. Take your knees down. Transfer the block over. You'll have the left knee now onto the top of the block. You're remembering that the foot stays tucked. Take your right leg front. First thing we're doing here is we're just getting used to that tucking motion of the pelvis. So you feel the opening into the left thigh. You can have, again, you can come onto both thighs. You can have one hand down, both hands down. Doesn't really matter. I just want you to focus on your left hip. Keeping that tucking motion, keeping the foot flexed, you're going to pull your heel in and place it down. And again, pull and down. Exhale as you pull, inhale as you release. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it in, either staying here or you can point the foot and reach for the foot with your opposite hand, pulling it in closer towards your glutes. Careful not to stick out the butt though, so drop the hip forward and holding it here for another 10-15 seconds. And slowly release, tuck the toes back, hands frame your front foot. You're gonna reach the hips back, pick up the toes, and then come front. So we're adding fluidity to most of these stretches here. We're not going to do many static stretches. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back front, plant both hands down, tuck the back toes, knee up, take the right leg back to meet it. We're going to come to a downward dog. You can move your block out of the way. From here, we're going to transition to plank. Back to downward dog. This time you're going to take your right hand, reach for the outside of your left leg, and then come back to plank. And then other side. Reach. And reach. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release. Take your knees down. Come into a quick shell stretch here. And release. So you're going to take your block, place it about in the midpoint of your mat. We're going to be laying on it, sacrum resting onto the block. So you'll be on your backs. So reminding you that the sacrum is that big flat bone at the base of your spine. That's the part you want to have on your block. Your head's going to be down. And then from here, you're going to reach both legs straight out in front of you. So right away, we're opening through the hips here. Flex your left foot, so it's going to help you to maintain that neutral alignment in the leg. So you don't want the leg to flare out. And then pull your right thigh in towards your chest. We're going to do similar exercise we did before. This time the hips are just lifted. So pull the leg in and release. Pull and release. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, exhale, 2, last one. Transfer your hands. This time you can have your hands either at the shin, either behind the thigh, not at the knee. We're going to reach the leg up and bend. You reach and bend. And reach and bend. Last 6, 5, don't lose sight of that left leg. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up, arms to the side, flex the foot, lower the leg down. Take your left thigh in, hands on the shin, you pull and release. As you're pulling the leg in towards your chest, think about that opposite leg extending out in front of you. Pull and release. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it in, transfer your hands behind your leg, wherever that is. Reach and bend. Reach and bend. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep the leg up, arms to the side, flex the foot, lower the legs down, shake out your legs, bend your knees, place your feet flat, lift the hips, remove the block, arms up, reach for the backs of your thighs, roll yourselves up, fold over your legs quickly, and sitting up nice and tall. We're going to go for a hip stretch here. So you'll always have the option of coming down for a figure 4, but I'm going to go straight to slightly more intense variation, which is sitting up. Let's start with the left leg. You're going to place your left ankle just above the right knee. Keep this foot flexed at all times. From here, careful this leg's not coming in towards your chest. So you want to use your leg thigh muscles here to actively push it away from you. And then from here, you adjust. Keep your spine straight. Don't hunch. Up nice and tall. You can walk your bum in closer towards that right foot. If this is not happening for you, again, you come down and you do your regular figure 4. So you choose where you want to get the stretch in today. And slowly come out of it. Take your legs as wide as your mat. You're just going to go side to side. And then we're going to go and do the opposite hip. Crossing your right ankle above the left knee, foot is flexed. Push your inner right thigh away from you, sitting up nice and tall. It's normal, one side's going to feel tighter. Again, you've got the option of doing this one on your back. And carefully come out of it. Again, take your feet as wide as the mat and windshield wipe one way and then the other. Good, we're gonna come back to kneeling. Take your block with you. So if you know you have sensitive knees, place something underneath your knees or roll up your mat. You're gonna hold the block between both hands. You're not holding it, gripping onto it. Your hands are open. You're going to have the block out in front of you, shoulders stay nice and low. You're going to reach your arms up, sort of so that the block is kind of in line with your head. And then from here, you're going to round your upper spine, like you want to push the block down and then open up. Let's do a few more exactly like that. Small range of motion, rounding your upper spine and up. 2 more. And up, 1 more. And up. We're going to go deeper this time. You're going to take your arms front. I want you to take the block to your thighs, or as close to your thighs as possible. You're pushing your hips back, and then you're going to open up and take your block past behind your head. There's a little bit of a back bend here, that's fine. And again, and opening up as far as you can, your comfort level, and front. Let's do 3, 2, last one, up and release. Take the block, place it at the back of your mat. We're going to come to a plank position starting with the feet on the block. So your legs are going to be narrow, toes tucked. Hands in line with your shoulders, come to that plank position. From here, you're gonna walk your feet so that your toes are off to the edge of the block here. So not fully off, but right at the edge. You're going to pick up your heels, push your hips up, and then take your heels back down towards your block. Stay here, come up, back to your tippy toes, and come to plank position. And again, plank, downward dog. You're gonna have your heels nice and high. Stay high with the hips. Take your heels down. Take the heels up. And come back to plank. Let's do that one more time. Hips up, keep the heels lifted. Stay high with the hips. Take the heels down. Heels come up. Come to plank. Make sure now your feet, you can transfer them so they're more towards the center of your block. You're going to tuck your hips forward here. We're going to come to a bit of an extension work. And then tuck your tailbone, come back just to plank. And again, inhale, belly button in. Start to drop the hips forward. Pull the belly button in here, protect your back. A little bit of an extension of the spine. Belly button comes in. Come back to plank. 1 more. And in. Good. Take your knees down. Come off the block. Take the block, place it again into the center of your mat. We're going to come sitting on the block. Legs folded back. So find this nice comfortable position here. From here, keeping your right leg bent, carefully take your left foot out in front of you. So you've got one leg bending back, other one is out in front of you. Take your hands behind you. You're gonna tuck your tailbone here, and you're slowly gonna keep tucking the tailbone and lift your thighs off the block. Keep tucking and then come down. We're gonna do a few more like this. Tuck as you lift. You should feel the opening in the right hip. Keep tucking as you lower. 2 more with movement. And down. Just 1 more. Tuck. And down. Good, now you're gonna tuck. You're just gonna graze your blocks. You're not lifting. I'm still touching my block, but barely. But I'm tucking a lot. You feel the stretch in the thigh. And release. Carefully come up. Always being super mindful when you go into these positions, making sure you're not doing anything funky with your knee. The right leg is in front of you. Hands are behind you. Here we go. Tuck to lift. Keep tucking to lower. 4 more. Tuck to lift. Keep pushing your left knee down. So the left knee is not going to lift. And down. 2 more. And down. 1 more. And down. And now you're going to lift barely. So you're just raising your block. Hold it here. Keep pressing your left knee down and away from your body. So you're feeling the whole right and left side stretching. And slowly come down. Carefully bend that right leg back. Again, you're going to inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, hinge to the left. Come up and down, left side up. And hinge to the right. Up and down. 1 more time each side. And left. And up. Come to hands and knees. Tuck your toes here. 1 more downward dog. You can push your block out of the way. You can bend 1 knee and then the other. You're going to walk your hands towards your feet or your feet towards your hands. Bend your knees. Roll it up. And straight into it. Roll it back down. Tuck your chin. Coming all the way down to the floor. Hands are flat. Walk yourselves back into a plank position. 1 more downward dog here. Heels up, knees down, toes together. Sit back onto your heels. Slowly coming up. Just 1 inhalation here, taking your hands together into prayer. Exhaling through heart center. You guys are done. Thanks for joining me along today on this dynamic stretch. Take care, and I'll see you again sometime soon. Aloha.